안녕하세요. 라이언 아카데미 더스틴 원장입니다. 제가 오늘 나와 있는 건 유펜이고요. 유펜에 관련된 컨텐츠도 많은 사랑 부탁드리겠습니다. 자, 그럼 이제 본격적으로 시작해 보겠습니다.
On today's Lion Research.
Hi Amelia. So what are we going to be talking about today?
Today we're going to be talking about which Ivy League is actually right for you.
So what is the Ivy League?
The Ivy League is known as 8 prestigious universities, and they all have their own unique culture and strengths and weaknesses. And these schools actually collectively symbolize higher education in the United States. So if you are kind of known going to the Ivy Leagues, everyone's just gonna automatically think that you're like really smart.
When you say top colleges, is Stanford, Duke, MIT, are those also Ivy League schools?
No, they are not. The reason why Stanford and those schools aren't Ivy League is because they used to be a sports conference for all those northeastern schools. So Ivy Leagues are basically those 8 schools formed a league. That's where the name Ivy League came, to actually play sports. One funny part is that if you go to all those Ivy League schools, there are actual Ivies growing on the school. First university we're going to talk about is Brown University and the Providence, Rhode Island. The undergrad enrollment for this school is 7,000 and the acceptance rate is 6%. So that is really low compared to other schools. So for the SAT scores, you are required to have SAT score between 1460 to 1570, and for the ACT you need a score between 33 to 35. And the thing about Brown University is that it is in Rhode Island. It is a relatively small place to kind of like stay in. It's not like located in those like big cities such as Boston University or New York University where they're in the center of the cities. It's kind of like isolated in a way, so students do not really experience a full urban lifestyle. But there is a near city, which is Boston, and you can just easily go there through bus or train. So for academics, Brown is actually least competitive in terms of academics. This is proven by Brown's open curriculum, which doesn't include any required or core classes and actually lets the students take what they want to take besides one writing class. I believe writing class is like mandatory for all freshman students to take in every college. This actually shows that the students get more freedom in terms of like what they actually want to study. Also, students in Brown University can take the course as pass or fail, and essentially this makes the grading optional. In general, academic curriculum at Brown kind of pushes you towards like creativity and exploration and to think outside the box. It allows students to study outside their majors and allows students to just explore whatever they want and to study a lot of other topics besides what their major is required for. And the one thing about Brown is that students don't really struggle with GPAs due to all these good advantages. So now we're going to talk about student life at Brown University. So Brown University is known as one of the progressive schools in the nation, and they are really open about gender, race, and issues that involve sexuality or inequality. So they are very diverse and they're very open towards all those other topics. The missions of the university are encouraged to kind of create a welcoming environment for those inclusive students. Brown also ranks really high up in one of the happiest colleges, including all these advantages that you get, except for the little disadvantage that it is not in the urban area. I think it's a really good college to apply for, and obviously it is an Ivy League. The next one we're going to be talking about is Columbia University. It was founded in 1754 and the location is in Manhattan, New York. So you kind of get this urban vibe while going to Columbia. You kind of get this like Broadway experience, and it is often called the college town of New York City. So you get the full New York experience as well. So the undergraduate experience at Columbia is defined by the core curriculum, the set of classes all students in the liberal arts college must take. Students in the Food Foundation School of Engineering and Applied Science must also follow this core curriculum. Although like the requirements are less straight, so they do not have to follow all the classes that are in the core curriculum. And also please note that the core curriculum consists of very heavy emphasis on reading and writing, especially on classical literature. So if you don't like reading and things like that, kind of this is just something that you should be aware of. Next, we're going to talk about student life at Columbia. So Columbia actually tends to attract students who are passionate about political science, and it is in the location of New York City where there's a lot of international students, and if you really like diversity, this is really a good school to go to. And since Columbia is known for having a 50% undergraduate students that identify as races of color, that means there's a huge diversity within campus and the university. So that's really good if you want to experience a school with a lot of diversity. So next is Cornell University. This was founded in 1865 and it is in the location Ithaca, New York. They have an undergraduate enrollment of 15,000 and the acceptance rate is about 9%. So it is a bit higher than Brown. For the location of Cornell University, it is a small city in upstate New York called Ithaca. The city is known for its progressive culture, and the upstate side of New York is known for its gorgeous scenery, and it's a place where any outsidey person will really like. In fact, you'll see so many waterfalls near the Cornell campus, which is beautiful. So if you love nature, this is definitely something you should consider for. And the campus is also one of the largest amongst the Ivy Leagues. So Cornell is kind of known for their School of Hotel Administration. There are a total of 80 majors and 122 minors that you are able to explore in this college. So you have a lot of choices between what majors you want to do, and there are a variety of fields in the education. To talk about the student life at Cornell, Cornell features the largest undergraduate enrollment in the Ivy League, where there's about 15,000 students. It's large size and unique blend of public and private university. It gives it a similar atmosphere to a really large public university. So in a way, that is kind of fun. The one thing about Cornell's Greek life is a bit smaller when compared to the universities in the urban areas. So if you are a really huge fan of Greek life, Cornell is kind of not the right school for you. But besides that, if you really enjoy nature and all those parts of school, then definitely this is one of the schools you should look out for. The next one is Dartmouth College. And Dartmouth College was founded in 1769 in New Hampshire, Hanover. And the acceptance rate for 2023 was 6%. It is kind of a smaller school as the population of the school is only 11,600 students. The suburban location and the greenery of Dartmouth College actually attracts more outdoorsy crowd than some other Ivies. One thing about Dartmouth's academics is that Dartmouth uses a quarterly system in opposed to the semester system, where semester is usually more common for other universities. So that means that there are 3 grading periods, and so there may be more midterms or finals, but at the same time you get all the attention and resources that you'll need at this university. Dartmouth is known for its beautiful surroundings and outside the environment, and actually there's only one Starbucks in Dartmouth in the whole campus, but now there's 2. So that's one good thing. And it is kind of a smaller campus as there is a total undergraduate students of 4,000 students. And if you really like Greek life, if you love partying, then it is definitely a school for you because it has a larger Greek life than other IVs and other schools in the urban areas. So the number 1 university is Harvard University, of course. It is founded in 1636, so it is the earliest founded school out of all the Ivy Leagues. It is located in Cambridge, Massachusetts. So for the location, it is really good since Cambridge is only 20 minutes away from Boston, and Boston is a really urban city. It's kind of like the toned down of like New York City, so it's really nice. There's a lot of things to do in Boston. The thing about Harvard is that it is surrounded by so many other colleges since Boston is known as the university city. There is MIT, there's Northeastern, there's Boston University, there's Tufts, Boston College. Everything's kind of like together, so the city kind of gives you more of a student university life vibe. And Harvard students really get a lot of opportunity to work with their professors and allow students to network with peers and faculty, which is really big. And since the area is near Boston, it allows the students to take huge advantage of Boston City and get all the opportunities they need for research and other areas. So for academics, Harvard features a set of general requirements for students that need to take outside their major. So if you are a biology major student in Harvard, you do have to take other like history or writing classes that are kind of in the general core curriculums that they are given. They do this because they want you to explore more different areas in the academic curriculums and allows the students to enhance their understanding of the world. Since this school is in Boston, it really does push you towards undergraduate research and has such good research curriculums that you can take and research opportunities that students can do. So this is one of the biggest advantages of having a school in Cambridge, Massachusetts. For the student life at Harvard, there are actually 12 residential houses where students are placed into their sophomore year, and each with a distinct culture and personality. And students remain a part of their houses until graduation and have close relationships with their peers that they're like nearby and enjoying all the amenities that the houses are offering. But however, if you're a really big fan of Greek life, this is not kind of the school for you because Harvard has a really small Greek life compared to any other schools because fraternities and sororities are not really recognized by the university. So if you are wanting to join a fraternity or a sorority in your college life, then this is not really the school to go for because as it does not have any of them. So the next one is University of Pennsylvania, and this school is founded in 1740 and the location is Philadelphia, and the acceptance rate for this school is 6%. And since the location is in Pennsylvania, it does give a bit of an urban setting and it gives you all the opportunities for internships and other entertainments and as well as other cultural events. However, despite being in the city, you do have a selected campus where you have to live in traditional dorms and quads, so that kind of sucks a little bit. For the academics in University of Pennsylvania, they offer 4 undergraduate schools. There's colleges of arts and sciences, there's School of Engineering and Applied Science, there's School of Nursing, and of course the Wharton School of Business. So for the School of Nursing and the Wharton School of Business are kind of set apart from the other colleges, so they're more focused on liberal arts education. And the College of Arts and Sciences requires specific skill sets, which proves like Penn's emphasis on practical and worldly education. So for the student life at University of Pennsylvania, Greek life is really prominent, just sororities and fraternities. However, you can still have a really big social life without even joining these Greek life sororities and fraternities, such as a lot of the students join different clubs, and these clubs actually help you socialize with other students or students that have like similar interests as you. And it is mainly kind of easy to make friends as there are more activities to do in the college besides Greek life. So that's one really big thing. If you don't want to be in a sorority or fraternity, but you do want to socialize with a lot of people, then there's your school. Now we're going to talk about Princeton University. Princeton University was founded in 1746 and the acceptance rate is 4%. So that is really low. And it is often seen as the most Ivy school of the Ivy Leagues, meaning that it's like kind of the number one. And the campus is in New Jersey, which is a great location to be in, like in the urban area. And surprisingly, Princeton actually features the most ivy, like the plant ivy, out of all the Ivy Leagues. So that is kind of funny in a way. So Princeton has a really charming Gothic architecture, which attracts a lot of visitors and tourists. So that's one cool thing about it. And for Princeton's academics, same as Dartmouth, Princeton really prioritizes their education. And Princeton offers 2 degrees, either AB for liberal arts or BSE for students of engineering and applied science. So both programs feature general education requirements as well as a focus on independent research. So the required courses provide Princeton students with a diverse and thorough liberal arts education and a hallmark of the university's experience. So a defining component of Princeton's student life is the eating clubs. Eating clubs are private social organizations with a competitive, rigorous application process referred to as bickering. While eating clubs make up a huge part of the school's social scene, Greek life is also pretty big at Princeton, and these Greek lives offer students to network and socialize with other fellow students. And housing at Princeton is kind of different. It can range towards dormitory to residential style, so you have a lot of freedom where you want to live and what you kind of want to choose from. And a lot of the communities and housing plans are centered amongst like common interests, so that's kind of fun in a way. The next one is Yale University, and this university was founded in 1701. It is in New Haven, Connecticut, meaning that it is only 2 hours away from New York City. So you're not completely separated from all the urban lives. This university is also famous for their Gothic architecture, and Yale is known for their beautiful campus, so that is one of the things that you should take notes of. All undergraduates attend the liberal arts college of the university. Yale has loose general education requirements, and they are less strict while compared to Columbia and Princeton. And Yale has a really big creative arts program, meaning that if you play a musical instrument or something like that, it is also very known for those kind of things. And writing is really an important part of Yale's college program, where there is over 100 introductory writing courses to even choose from. So that is really big. They do care a lot about the students' writing skills and the whole writing curriculum. So Yale, like Harvard, is host to a residential college system that makes up undergraduate experience truly like any other. And the whole community is very tight-knit, meaning that a lot of the students can make a lot of connections with their peers, and students are able to live in environments with their suited interests. As one of the oldest institutions in the Ivy Leagues, Yale has a lot of money, basically, and meaning that they have a lot of wealthy time-zoned organizations and institutions, including several secret sororities, all of which contributes to the pride of all Yale alumni in the school. Ivy Leagues are really prestigious colleges, so if you ever dream of going to Ivy League schools, just make sure that you have a strong preparation towards going into these schools, getting to know what is kind of required, and knowing that these schools are really prestigious. It kind of shows how the application process can be really competitive. So just make sure you have a strong resume and all those strong grades and extracurriculars. So thank you guys so much for watching, and I will see you guys in the next episode. Bye!
Coming up next on Lion Academy.
안녕하세요. 라이언 아카데미 더스틴 원장입니다. 제가 오늘 콜롬비아 대학교에 나와 있는데요. 저희 라이언 아카데미 기존에 같이 일하셨던 선생님들 중에서 콜롬비아에서 어떻게 일하셨던 그 교수님하고 같이 좀 점심을 먹으러 잠깐 나왔는데, 오늘 나온 김에 콜롬비아 대학교에 대해서 얘기를 좀 한번 해보려고 하는데, 일단 콜롬비아 대학교 같은 경우는 맨하탄에 있는 아이비리그에 있는